On the nod! 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 On the nod!
Hey everybody, it's Brackett. You're watching On the Nod, and I'm here today with Victor from Lion's Law. How are you?
Hey, what's up? All the way from Paris here, Paris, France. So
Yeah.
nice to be here.
Well, we're so glad to have you on today. It's going to be a fun interview. So as you mentioned, you guys are from Paris, right?
Yeah. We all live in Paris, France, and we'll soon be back in the USA.
Oh, really?
Back in US. Yeah. We're playing what's it called? LA Punk Invasion in March.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be back and hopefully with new songs, new stuff out. You know.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys just released an album this year, right?
Yeah, well, we just released the compilation of all our French tracks
Oh,
because
okay.
we're like we started the band as a English speaking band, but our mother language is French, so we started doing more and more songs in French. And when we realized that we had like enough to do an album, we grabbed like three new tracks
Uh-huh.
and we added all the past tracks that were released on B-sides and on the different albums that we already have. And that's it. That's a compilation of all our tracks in French since 2012. So
Oh, wow. Yeah.
yeah, but it's not what you can really call a new album because there's only like three new tracks.
Oh, okay.
But on the meantime, we were already working on a new full English speaking album. So hopefully if we do things right, it will be out for next year for when we come back to the States.
That's exciting. How many times have you guys come to the States?
Well, I don't know if I kept track of this, but like a lot. Like the first time we came to the States was in 2013 for 2020 in Connecticut.
Oh,
And
cool.
I mean, we are so far that every time we are invited to play a festival, we try to do a tour around it, you know. So we've been there a lot. Also, Canada, you know, we have that connection with Quebec, with Montreal.
Oh, okay.
So every time we play Montreal, we also try to play New York and Philadelphia and you know those cities close by. But I mean, the states are really big, so there's still plenty of cities that we've never been to. So
Yeah, definitely. Your, your favorite place that you played so far?
not in the state.
Not in the States?
I mean, I like playing the US too, but like I don't know. I'm excited about going back to Japan because we've been there two times already, and we're also planning on going back to South America.
Okay.
Uh, I'd say that's one of my favorite places to be. Like point, like not even playing, but just like you know, it's a pretty cool place. Brazil and Colombia and Chile, all these places. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, with a new record out, we'll go back like touring full time next year.
Okay.
That's the that's the plan.
Now, how do you decide when you're going to sing in English and French? How do you decide that?
Well, when we started the band, the guitar player Luis and me,
Hmm.
we both had other bands that were singing in French.
Oh, okay.
So we just said like, okay, let's do a band together, but let's make it different than the bands we already have. And that's when we
Mhm.
started singing in English. But then for real, like I don't know, there's because it sounds different and the way of like that we feel inspired, like the music, like the by French punk from the 80s and French oi bands. May sometimes we like write a riff and it sounds like definitely would be better if we sing in French. I don't know if that
Right.
doesn't even, but that's actually like how it works. Like sometimes we're like, hey, that song would be good in French, and then we start like thinking the like not even rewriting the lyrics, just like write it from scratch in French.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, I don't know. That's a feeling, you know.
Great. Now, who does the songwriting in the group?
Well, Luis did, but he left the band. He left the band last year, so now I do write the lyrics. But if pretty much everybody can participate, and
Hmm.
then for the music, like both guitar players come with like riffs, and we work from that to like everybody is like giving
Right.
his you know, like I think it's working good because we go pretty fast. Like every time we practice, we have like three new tracks. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. But we are. I was going to say we are lazy band, but we're not lazy. We play like we play every weekend, so we don't really have more time to see each other and to practice. You know, because we don't
Right.
really need to do band practices because we play that much that I don't know. It's So yeah, now is it's 2024. Sometimes we
Mhm.
write demos at home, and we like with all the electronic drum and shit, and then we start working from that. All of us from our houses, and then we meet, and then we make it real, make it happen.
Right. Very cool. How did you guys get together?
What do you mean?
Like, how did the band form? How did you all meet and stuff?
Well, we are all like we're all activists, and we all met in at shows, like Luis and me were part of the same skinhead crew in Paris, and we always been together and going to shows and shit. And
Right.
we formed when we asked the drummer. Our drummer is Thomas. He's like 20 years older than us,
Oh,
so was like a legend for us. He was drumming in that 80s band from France called Comintern Sect.
oh yes.
And
I'm
we
Florida.
were we were hanging out with him like at shows and like parties, and then we're like we should ask him, but as kids, like he's gonna say no. Probably he's like he's not interested, and then we asked him and he said yes. So
There
so
you
like,
go.
okay, let's do it now, and it's been more than 10 years that we play together now, so I guess we did the good move asking him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I was just like at that time I had like I was playing in four different bands, and Luis was playing in two or three bands. So we've always been like very proactive and in always had like a creative mind. I mean,
Yeah, I would say so. Very cool. What are some of the differences that you see in the subculture in France versus America in the scene there?
well, you guys have something that we don't have, and that I'm happy we don't. Is the gang culture
Oh
in
yeah.
like, I mean, it's every country mixes like its own culture with what's like left of skinhead English based skinhead subculture. But
Hmm.
we always had crews and shit, like people from neighborhoods meeting each other, but like it was never like gang related. So that's what always strikes me the most when I go to the US, is that everything is seems to be working with gangs, and it looks like it's pretty hard not to be part of a gang when you're a skinhead. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if I'm wrong, but that's what it looks like from the outside.
Right. I can see that.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences, but I'd say also like the music we grew up on. Sometimes like I we are very French based regarding to oi music, you know.
Uh-huh.
So nowadays, American people are starting to be aware and listen to those bands that we were listening to when we were kids, like all those 80s bands. But at first, I was like, people were opening, like Americans, they were opening like a new gate, and they were like, oh, fuck, I just discovered that band, but it's so good, it's crazy. I'm like, oh, I've been listening to that band since I was 12. And it's sometimes, it's weird that people won't listen to them, but it's the language,
Right.
because people would say like, oh la la, it's French, so it's gonna be, I'm not gonna understand anything. Yeah, you're not gonna understand anything, but if it adds, if it has a vibe, maybe you don't even need to understand the lyrics to know that it's good.
Right. Definitely. I agree.
Yeah, and that's what those bands like Camera Silence or Comintern Site, you listen to them, and even if you don't know the lyrics, you'd be like, you'd be touched, And I think, well, I know a lot of American people that started learning French after
Hmm.
discovering bands because they wanna know what they're singing about. I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's cool because
Yeah.
in the end we speak English, but we don't we we don't have to. I
Yeah.
I think listening to punk bands since I was a kid helped me speak English better. Because
Really.
because I don't know, even when I was at school, when I was a kid, everybody sucked in English, and I was
Really.
first class because I wanted to know what the Sex Pistols were saying. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted to understand the bands I was listening to at home. So that gave me a motivation. So to people that listen to us and want to understand the lyrics, start learning French. It's not too late.
Yeah, I would agree.
Get your phone, get on Duolingo, and learn.
Duolingo. I've
Yeah,
tried learning on Duolingo.
it's what I mean. It's a start, of course, but
Yeah,
you gotta start somewhere.
definitely. Well, you mentioned some influences. I wanted to ask you about, yeah, what were you influenced by growing up and what the band is influenced by? Some bands.
Well, we are all on the same line, and like we I think when we decided to form the band, as we were doing different bands and with different sounds, we wanted to do a new band with like a line of influence. So our the three bands we were talking about were Discipline, Perkele, and Stars and Stripes. And
Oh, okay.
that's what we wanted to be sounding like. Cause like I play in another band called Rix, and I
Oh,
play in a band called Bromure, and it has nothing to do with Lions Law. It sounds different.
hmm.
So that's the goal when you do another band, is to have like to be influenced with something different than the other ones. But yeah, mostly this, and of course, like we always like have that French punk and oi influence. So
Hmm.
now uh, we have two members of Comintern Sec playing with us. So I would say that they were a big influence for us, and that maybe you can hear it in her sound.
Yeah, definitely. Very cool. Are there any bands that you're listening to right now that you're really into?
Yeah, but mostly non-oi bands. But I'm
That's okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm stuck into listening to Hivis from England.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if you don't know if you heard about them. I'm listening to Bad Nerves a lot too, and Turnstile, of course. But I don't know. I'm waiting for a newer oi band to strike and be like the revelation for me. I'm
Right.
always like this. I listen to pretty much everything that's coming out, and sometimes I get stuck on like one record for a year. Like I
Really?
listen over and over again. So yeah, it has to be very good to keep my attention for a year.
Yeah, I would say so.
But yeah, that's how I work. But I'm still listening to everything that's coming out, and I'm still very interested in everything. But I'm a psycho of some albums.
Right. All right. Well, that's very interesting. What was the last band that you listened to like that?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I was listening to Clem Choice. It's a band from
Oh, yeah.
Lyon. So, yeah,
We interviewed
they're
them.
they're really good. Yeah, they're really
Yeah.
good, and they're growing up. I think if I'm if I can already say it, but next year we're gonna tour Europe together with them because we're good friends, and I really want them to be want people to hear them. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So what are some upcoming shows that you guys are playing? I know you're playing LA Punk Invasion and you have a show coming up in Italy, don't you?
Yeah, tomorrow we are flying to Italy to play a festival by the beach. I
Oh,
think
it
it's gonna
sounds
be
nice.
pretty cool. We're gonna play with our friends from La Inquisition from Barcelona, and after that we play a big fest in Germany together with Terror.
Oh, wow.
Uh, I think we have a few fests. We play Rebellion Festival,
Oh, okay.
pool beginning of August. Then we play Beach Beer Chaos Festival in Spain, and we also play Spirit Fest in Germany with Perkele. But like we play mostly like every weekend, and then I'm going on tour with Rix in the States. So
Oh,
I'll
cool.
be I'll be in LA. We start our tour in like mid-August, and we
Okay.
end it in LA on the 20th of September.
Okay. Cool.
Play, we're playing CY Fest,
Right, right.
and I think we're also playing the day before together with the Templars
Oh,
in
wow. That's awesome.
so yeah, it's pretty busy.
Yeah, I would say so.
And when I fly back to France, we'll have a 2 weeks recording session for a new album.
Okay.
And then, I mean, we already have a lot of shows until the end of the year, but next year is gonna be new album and new tours, and that's what I've been saying. But I'm excited. I'm very
Yeah.
excited. As if it's this new album will definitely like even if we try to keep the same sound, it's
Hmm.
gonna turn a page because Louis, our main songwriter and guitar player, he left the band, so it's a whole new way of writing songs, and I guess you're gonna be able to hear it, the new tracks.
Okay. Are they going to be in French or English?
No, it's gonna be in English. Yeah,
English.
all
Okay.
the new tracks we have are in English because as we just released the album in French, I was like, let's focus now on to like the real deal, you know?
Right. Right. Well, that's exciting stuff. A lot of touring and new music coming out. Very exciting. Now, you guys have a website, right, where people can buy your merch?
Yeah, it's well, you if you want to find infos and merch, it's lionslowparis.com.
Okay, great.
Easy, and you have to know we are from Paris always.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have like a favorite place that you've played so far? Like a favorite city that you played in?
Uh, huh,
I mean,
depends.
I'm
I
sure
love,
there's a lot.
I love crazy stuff, but I'd say we played. Greece is big
Yeah.
into football and supporters, ultras, and hooligans. Uh, we played once inside the stadium for Panathinaikos fans in Athens. So they were like, it was crazy. It was like thousands and thousands of fans just cracking flares in front of us, you know.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, yeah. We played for their anniversary and we played like on the green of the football stadium and the guys were like behind the fence.
Oh,
And
wow.
by the end of the show they broke the fence and they just like ran into the ground and went onto on the stage with us. Like that was cool. I mean, that was very
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
there's fun everywhere, and the good thing is that me and the guys are like family. So whenever we go, anywhere we go, we have fun because it's like going with your best friend on a trip, you know. So it's like
Right.
that's it.
Very cool.
Good times.
Sounds like it. Definitely.
I mean, when you play that much shows, it better be good times. Otherwise, it doesn't last that long, you know.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, you guys worked with Lars Fredrickson on a song, right?
Sorry.
You guys worked with Lars Fredrickson on a song, didn't you?
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it's been a long time.
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But I mean, I think well, we met together when he was playing with Old Firm Casuals,
Oh, okay.
and then we booked the show for them. He also played like a guitar solo on one of our tracks of the first album. He played
Oh,
uh, he played half of the guitar solo from For Mike Land. So okay,
oh.
people don't know, but like maybe you don't know. Uh, and yeah, like of course, like we were big fans of Rancid when we were kids, you know. So we asked him if he would be interested in doing stuff with us, but he said yes. And after that, we we wanted him like we saw like an interview of him in a zine where he said that he would love to produce one of our albums,
Oh,
but
wow.
but that never happened. That's end
Oh.
of the story. I guess he preferred to produce grade two.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's good for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Now, what do you find is easier to express yourself in English or French?
But in French, obviously.
French.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
I mean, we're used to speak English, but it's still it doesn't require such an effort, but it's still my mother tongue, you know. So
Right, right, definitely. Very cool. Well, also, how would you like describe your sound to people that don't know you? Just like oi punk kind of mix?
Yeah, well, it's more of a modern sound. Like I'd said, like all the bands I told you were like modern oi bands, so
Mhm.
with a tough sound, more like street punk, like influenced by American street punk for sure, but like yeah, an oi
Right.
band with a bit of hardcore.
Okay. I can see that. Definitely. Is there anything else you want to talk about before I let you go?
Mm, anything? I don't know. I don't know. What? My roommate has something to say. Yeah, go listen to the chisel. Hello.
All
So, no more. That's it.
All right.
Keep
So,
keep your eyes open for new Lions Law shit, and in the meantime, listen to the chisel.
right. Well, awesome. I'm so excited to hear the new album, and hopefully I can catch you guys on tour next time you come to the States.
Yeah. See you in LA.
Yeah.